The will to win, the desire to succeed, the urge to reach your full potential. These are the keys that will unlock the door to personal excellence. And there's a quote from Rafael Nadal, tennis player. And this is how I choose to welcome you to the Sports Chat. If you're joining us for the very first time, it is the Sports Chat on Starr 103.5 FM. Good morning to you wherever you're doing the listening from. If you're probably listening in a trotro right now, thank you so much. And do say a good morning to the driver and the mate for me right about now. Of course, it is Starr 103.5 FM. It is the Sports Chat, and I am Jones, ADZI, Jones Adzi. And of course, the Sports Chat is a show where I bring you all the latest news in the world of sports, from athletics, boxing, football, tennis, everything sports is right here on Starr 103.5 FM. Of course, our show is live on Facebook. Get to Facebook right about now and enjoy the show live there as well. Well, you know it's Friday, and when Friday happens, it means this happens. So this morning we do have news from the Ghana Premier League, and then we would also bring you news from the English Premier League. Yesterday, Manchester United were in action, and the Abidjan Messi did this for Manchester United.
Sometimes you need one man to step up, and that man was Adzi. A late second half hat-trick. Mambalagate's own goal gave Sam.
Yes, Amad Diallo was the man for Manchester United yesterday, and we get to listen to him speak after he scored his first hat-trick for Manchester United. I mean, the first United player to score a hat-trick after Cristiano Ronaldo did so in 2022, and it is the Abidjan Messi. Yes, we call him Abidjan Messi. He's left-footed, he's short, and he's from the Ivory Coast, so that's why we call him the Abidjan Messi. Amad Diallo, winger for Manchester United. And today is Friday. Another reason why we are happy is that this evening on GH1 TV at exactly 9:30 p.m. We'll be speaking to Joseph Pencil, Ghana's winger who plays for LA Galaxy. Don't forget that he won a trophy with them just some weeks ago. And interestingly, he's come out to say a lot of things. We know that a lot of players would want to retire, do other things, become maybe a coach or go into business. But then this is what Joseph Pencil wants to do when he retires.
I just want to be a prophet, or maybe when God calls me, I just want to preach the gospel at the end of my career, if I'm being called.
Yes, Joseph Pencil says he wants to become a prophet. And trust me, the full interview will be up tonight on GH1 TV at 9:30 p.m. And did you know that Joseph Pencil leads worship in church?
Young age, I was really doing worship. I do worship in church. I sometimes do praises also. So it's something that I love to do. Wow. And it's something that is also part of the family, because my mom also sings. My big brother also is a gospel musician, Charles Pencil. So it's something that's run through the family. My twin sister also really sings really good. So it's really in the family. And my strong thing about me is about worship. Whenever I worship, I always feel good to play, So whenever I'm really going to the game, it's always worship. And I don't joke with worship. It's really a weapon for me. So it has been part of me since I was a child.
The weapon for Joseph Pencil is worship. And for him, he always goes out there to worship before every game. So the full interview It's up tonight, 9:30 p.m. on GH1 TV. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. Tonight on GH1 TV, 9:30 p.m. And a repeat will be on Sunday at 9 p.m. as well. Okay, let's start off from the Ghana Premier League, where we do have action. Yes, packed action on Sunday. So this weekend's games are going to be played simultaneously at 3 p.m. We'll see the likes of Accra Lions take on Bibiani Gold Stars, and then Kumasi Asante Kotoko, big game up against Vision FC at the Babayara Sports Stadium. Now let's get to listen to Coach Nana Adjumine of Vision FC. Don't forget that Vision FC, they are a new side, and here's what Coach Nana Adjumine makes of their season so far.
No, I haven't. I set a target for myself right before the beginning of the season. I don't think I have achieved that target so far. I mean, people will say that we are new entrants and we've done well. I mean, I applaud my boys for a yeoman's job, but I think that personally, I haven't really gotten my target yet. At the end of the first round, my target was to at least lie between 4th to 6th, but unfortunately we are 11th. So in terms of the positioning on the league, I'll not say that I've met my own expectations. Personally, it's a very, very, very special game. I'm playing against my own course mates.
Right, coach of Vision FC, Nana Adjumine, ahead of Kumasi Asante Kotoko clash. I mean, he also says that Coach Prosper Nateogum is a colleague and he will be looking to meet him. Of course, for 90 minutes, they are going to be rivals.
Made right from the license B. Very, very special game. I'm playing against my own course mates. Ogum is my course mate right from the license B. We did our license B together. We did our license A together. We did our UEFA assists courses together, and then the FIFA coach educators course as well. So he's somebody that I know very well, and we always share a laugh. So I'm actually playing against a friend. Of course, his assistant as well. He's also our course mate as well. So I mean, I'm playing against practically my friends. But of course, football will pitch us as competitors, and we are both fighting for different cause. I'm fighting for Vision, they're fighting for Kotoko. Apart from that, Kotoko itself, as a team, as a club, is the biggest, one of the biggest, if not the biggest, here in Ghana. So to play against Kotoko, or coach against Kotoko, be on the bench against Kotoko, this is very, very special for me. For me to be able to put or train boys and put them on the field and pitch them against Kotoko, it's a wonderful feat in its own. So we're going to do everything possible to try to get the 3 points.
There you have coach of Vision FC, Coach Nana Adjumine. Let's move on to Midiama, because Midiama will be moving to Brekum Chelsea to take on the Brekum Chelsea boys. And here is coach of Brekum Midiama, Gestin Adote, who believes that he might not get all 3 points, but at least he can promise his team a point against Brekum Chelsea.
I will not predict by saying I'm coming home with the maximum points, or maybe going there to lose or drawing. Like I said, it's a collective idea. We are prepared. We have the next 2 days to get the team ready for the upcoming game. Chelsea, I saw the other time, drawing 2-2 at their own backyard against Holy Stars, and also against Dreams. We all saw what transpired. We are also mapping strategy to ensure that come Sunday, we return home to Takwa base. If not the maximum points, a draw would be okay for Midiama Sporting Club.
Right there you have Agestin Adote, technical director of Midiama Sporting Club. Full fixtures for the Ghana Premier League this weekend. Accra Lions take on Bibiani Gold Stars. Kumasi Asante Kotoko up against Vision FC. Basake Holy Stars take on Adriana Stars. The battle of the Stars. We'll see Brokum Chelsea up against Midiama Sporting Club. Bando out of Lions. Big game this weekend. Top of the table clash. Bando out of Lions take on Nations FC at the Lions. Then in Bando, Legon Cities FC against Dreams FC. That is a relegation battle there. So we'll see Legon Cities and the Legon Stadium take on Dreams FC, and Structure Mine take on Kerala United. Samatex would move to, would be at home and welcome Accra Hearts of Oak, and we'll see Bechin United all the way at 20 to take on Young Apostles FC. So all these games are going to be at 3 p.m. Now let's move on to the foreign front before I bring you fixtures in the Ghana English Premier League. Yesterday, Ipswich Town were at home and lost to Brighton Hove Albion, and then Manchester United had to come from a goal down to beat Southampton by 3-1. And we saw a brilliant performance from Ghana's Kamaldeen Sulemana. He did so well, but then it was not enough for his side as he fell to Amad Diallo's hat-trick there. Let's get to listen to first Coach Ruben Amorim, then we'll listen to Amad Diallo.
He did a great job even during the game. He has a lot to improve. He played in a different position today than in the second half. He took advantage of his ability. Good assists from the players. The last goal was similar from Everton, the recovery. So he did a good job, but he has to prepare for the next one.
Now let's listen to hat-trick hero Abidjan Messi, Amad Diallo.
It's important to score, but for me the most important thing right now is the win together, and that is the most important thing for me right now. I don't know, but I'm so happy to score my first hat-trick, especially at Old Trafford. I'm so happy, especially for the win, because I think this team deserves it, and we have to keep going like this. Today I think, especially in the first half, we were not good enough, but I think we believe it until the end, and we push, and the fans was already there to push us, and we won the match, but we have to keep going like this because the next match is against Brighton. It's a tough match, and we have to be more focused.
Amad Diallo, the Abidjan Messi, saving Manchester United, hat-trick up against Southampton there. So, in the Copa del Rey yesterday, we saw Athletic Club lose to Osasuna at home 3-2. Real Sociedad at 3, Rayo Vallecano 1, and Real Madrid had to settle for extra time. The game ended 2-2 in regulation time and went to extra time, and Real Madrid had to come back and win that game 5-2 there. And so there you have the results from the Copa del Rey. Now let's move to the fixtures for the English Premier League. We'll see some games up tomorrow. Newcastle United up against Bournemouth 12:30 p.m. and Brentford take on Liverpool 3 p.m. West Ham United, Crystal Palace, Leicester, Fulham. All these three games will be at 3 p.m. and we'll see Arsenal take on Aston Villa. Big game. And the return of Coach Unai Emery. He'll be going back to the Emirates. Don't forget, last season he took points off Arsenal, and it didn't help them because they had to drop points and not win the English Premier League trophy last season. Let's see if they can stand the test of Aston Villa, who are flying high. Arsenal taking on Aston Villa 5:30 tomorrow, and then on Sunday, Manchester United take on Brighton Hove Albion. Everton play Tottenham Hotspurs. Forest take on Southampton, and then we'll see Ipswich up against Manchester City at 4:30 p.m. On Sunday, the Blues, Chelsea, will take on Wolverhampton Wanderers. In the La Liga, Espanyol take on Real Valladolid tonight at 8 p.m. Girona play Sevilla. Leganes take on Atletico Madrid. Real Betis play Alaves. Getafe take on Barcelona. Celta de Vigo up against Athletic Club. Real Madrid play Las Palmas. Osasuna face Rayo Vallecano. Valencia play Real Sociedad, and then Villarreal take on Mallorca. And in the Bundesliga, Frankfurt, big game tonight. We see Eintracht Frankfurt take on Borussia Dortmund at exactly 7:30 p.m. and Bayern Munich take on Wolfsburg. Another big game. Bochum would face Leipzig. Stuttgart take on Freiburg. Kiel take on Hoffenheim, and Heidenheim take on St. Pauli. Bayern Leverkusen play Mönchengladbach, and Union Berlin would take on Mainz 05, and Werder Bremen play Osberg. In the Italian Serie A, Roma take on Genoa. Bologna play Monza. Juventus face AC Milan. Atalanta take on Napoli. Fiorentina play Torino. Cagliari face Lecce, and Parma take on Venezia. Verona play Lazio. Inter Milan would host Empoli, and would see Como come up against Udinese. And in the French league, Montpellier up against AS Monaco. Lille take on Nice. Lens play PSG, and we'll see Rennes take on Brest. Lyon play Toulouse. Saint-Etienne face Nantes. Reims take on Le Havre. We'll see former captain Andre Ayew in action as Reims take on Le Havre, and then Angers take on Auxerre. And the last game for the French Ligue 1 would see Marseille take on Strasbourg. All right, now let's move to some tennis action where Emma Raducanu advanced to the Australian Open third round for the first time, defeating Amanda Anisimova 6-3, 7-5 in a hard-fought match with 13 breaks of 7. Then we would also see. Okay, now let's move to still on tennis. We'll see fifth seed Daniel Medvedev has been eliminated from the Australian Open after an epic 5-set defeat on American teenager Lena Tien. The 19-year-old qualifier pulled off one of the biggest upsets of the tournament, winning 6-3, 7-6, 6-1, 1-6, 7-6. So Tien saved match points in the third set and eventually triumphed in a thrilling final. Congratulations to the teenager Lena Tien in there. And in the women's singles, Daniela Collins overcame home favorite Destiny Ayava in a tough 3-set battle to progress to the third round of the Australian Opens. Collins won 7-6, 4-6, and 6-2 and celebrated by blowing kisses to the crowd. She later said that the heckling from the crowd only fueled her performance, adding that the best part of being a professional athlete is that the people who heckle her pay her bills.
Well, I think it was not the best performance from us, but in the end we controlled.
I loved it. I've been doing this my whole life, and I love playing in a crowd that has energy, regardless of what side they're on. And I'm somebody too, it kind of just motivates me even more. So it's kind of a good thing, especially when I'm not playing that well. So I think it really helped me in the end, and just helped me concentrate more and challenged me at times, and just pushed me kind of through the finish line. I was really happy too, in the end, that when I finally got momentum, I'm like, well, if I'm gonna be out here for 2.5 hours and putting up with all these people, I might as well just take the bigger paycheck, right? And I was super happy to do that. And one of the greatest things about being a professional athlete is the people that don't like you and the people that hate you, they actually pay your bills. It's kind of a cool concept, and obviously my professional career is not going to last forever, and so I just remind myself every day, when I have.
Right. Elsewhere, defending champion Yannick Sinner overcame a shaky start to defeat wildcard Tristan Schoolkate 4-6, 6-4, 6-1, 6-3, maintaining his bid for back-to-back titles. And Francesco Tiofe and then Hubert Hookers were eliminated in early upsets, while Joao Fonseca's debut Grand Slam run ended in a 5-set loss to Lorenzo Sonego. And let's end with basketball, where the LA Clippers achieved their largest ever NBA win, defeating the Brooklyn Nets 126-67 with a 59-point margin, the 10th largest in NBA history. Carly Leonard scored a season high 23 points, and then James Harden added 21. The Nets suffered their worst loss, surpassing their previous 52 points defeat to the Houston Rockets in 1978. Despite emptying the bench, the Clippers led by 64 points in the fourth quarter. The next game is against the Portland Trailblazers today. Right, this is Starr 103.5 FM, simply the best. This is a sports chat. My name is Jones, ADZI. Don't forget to join us on the game at 1 p.m. We preview all the big games. We review some of the games. We look at some of the highlights from the Australian Open. And of course, we preview the Ghana Premier League. Don't forget, today 9:30 p.m. a big interview with LA Galaxy winger and Ghanaian attacker Joseph Pencil. We'll be live on GH1 TV. My name is Jones ADZI, and we're outside.